Focus, at its core, is not merely a passive state of awareness, but a deliberate, active discipline. It is a mental exercise that requires control and effort to master. The power of focus, as with any other skill, can only be harnessed when we actively practice and train the mind to direct its attention with precision and purpose. This is where controlled attention comes into play, an essential element for mastering focus. The mind is naturally inclined to wander. It is a powerful, energetic force that is constantly in motion, jumping from one thought to another, one emotion to the next. This mental restlessness, often referred to as mind chatter, is an inherent part of being human. Most people throughout their daily lives simply allow their thoughts to flow in whatever direction they happen to take, without questioning or attempting to control them. This lack of control over one's mental energy is what leads to distraction, procrastination, and inefficiency. Without a disciplined mind, we fall victim to our thoughts rather than harnessing them to serve our higher goals. Controlling attention, however, is not an easy task. It requires the deliberate practice of redirecting the mind whenever it strays. The ability to focus on one task, one goal, one purpose for an extended period of time, without yielding to distractions, is something that must be cultivated over time. It is not something that happens overnight, but through continuous, consistent effort. When you set out to develop controlled attention, you must first recognize the true nature of your thoughts. They are not merely random occurrences, but reflections of your mental habits. If you are accustomed to allowing your mind to wander freely, you will find that your ability to concentrate will be weak at first. However, by acknowledging the need for control and focusing on that need, you can begin to reshape the way your mind functions. The first step toward mastery is to become aware of how often your attention slips away from your intended focus. The mind is much like a muscle. In the beginning, it may feel heavy, uncooperative, and difficult to direct. But with repeated exercise, it becomes stronger, more agile, and more responsive. Just as you would not expect to lift a heavy weight without first conditioning your body, you cannot expect to focus with clarity and precision without first training your mind. This process requires patience, persistence, and the willingness to push through mental fatigue. One of the key principles in mastering controlled attention is the art of concentration. Concentration is the ability to direct and hold your attention on a single task or objective for a sustained period. It is a deliberate focus that pushes aside distractions, silencing the inner noise that clamors for attention. When you concentrate, your mind becomes singularly absorbed in one thought or action, and you begin to experience a flow state where your thoughts and actions align seamlessly. In this state, time seems to bend and your productivity skyrockets. However, achieving concentration is not as simple as just deciding to focus. The environment around you plays a significant role in shaping your ability to concentrate. If your environment is filled with distractions, whether external, like noise and interruptions, or internal, like worries and unproductive thoughts, then your attention will continually drift. The ability to control attention is directly tied to the ability to shape and control your environment. The successful person, therefore, is not someone who merely tries to focus amidst chaos, but someone who actively eliminates distractions, both internal and external, that stand in the way of their purpose. One of the first steps in controlling your attention is to eliminate unnecessary distractions from your environment. This could mean turning off your phone, silencing notifications, or setting boundaries with the people around you. It may also involve creating a dedicated space for work or study, free from interruptions. By cultivating a distraction-free zone, you set the stage for your mind to work with clarity and purpose. Your environment should be structured in such a way that your attention is naturally drawn to the task at hand, rather than diverted by unrelated stimuli. Internally, controlling attention also involves cultivating a sense of discipline over your thoughts. This is a crucial aspect of focus that many overlook. It is not enough to simply remove external distractions. You must also learn how to quiet the internal chatter of the mind. This requires mindfulness, the ability to observe your thoughts without becoming consumed by them. When you recognize that your attention is slipping away from your goal, you must gently bring it back without judgment or frustration. The more you practice this gentle redirection, the more it becomes second nature. Meditation is one effective tool in developing controlled attention. By regularly practicing meditation, you train the mind to remain still and focused, free from the constant flow of thoughts. Even if meditation is not a regular practice for you, you can apply similar principles to everyday activities. For example, when you are working, You can use deep breathing or visualization techniques to bring yourself back to the task whenever you notice your mind wandering. Over time, these practices strengthen your mental discipline, making it easier to stay focused for longer periods. Another key element of controlled attention is the power of intention. Before you engage in any task, you must set a clear intention for what you wish to accomplish. This intention acts as a guiding force, a reminder of why you are doing what you are doing, and it serves to sharpen your focus. The clearer your intention, the easier it will be to direct your attention toward the task at hand. Without a strong intention, your mind will wander aimlessly, leaving you feeling scattered and unproductive. As your ability to control attention strengthens, you will notice that your work becomes more efficient, your thoughts more organized, and your results more consistent. With practice, you can even reach a state of flow, where you are completely immersed in your work, and distractions fade into the background. This state is where the most profound creativity and productivity occur. In this state, you are not forcing yourself to focus, but rather, you are effortlessly absorbed in the task, and time seems to dissolve. However, it is important to note that controlled attention is not about rigidity. It does not mean forcing your mind to be still at all times or eliminating all distractions at once. Rather, it is about building the mental discipline to redirect your attention when it wanders, to practice mindfulness and presence, and to create an environment that supports your focus. Controlled attention is a process of continual refinement where you progressively improve your ability to direct your mental energy toward your goals. And just like any skill, the more you practice, the stronger your ability will become. In the vast landscape of human endeavor, there exists one critical element that separates the truly successful from those who wander aimlessly: definiteness of purpose. This singular quality, this firm and unshakable determination to achieve a clearly defined goal, is the foundation upon which all focus is built. It is not enough to drift through life, hoping for success to stumble upon you. You must first decide with absolute certainty what it is that you truly desire. Without this guiding focus becomes a mere illusion, and the mind becomes scattered, incapable of harnessing its full potential. Focus cannot exist in a vacuum. It must have a point of concentration. That point is your purpose. A vague desire or an ambiguous goal will not fuel your efforts or sharpen your attention. In order for focus to be effective, you must have a purpose that resonates with your deepest desires, a goal that excites you, challenges you, and makes you willing to give everything you have in pursuit of it. It is this definiteness of purpose that provides clarity to your thinking, direction to your actions, and stamina to your perseverance. The human mind, by its very nature, is prone to distraction. It is constantly bombarded with stimuli, thoughts, images, sounds, and emotions that pull it in countless directions. The vast majority of people are victims of this mental chaos, the drifting from one distraction to the next, with no real sense of direction. But those who rise above this confusion and achieve remarkable success share one common trait: they have a clear, unshakable sense of purpose. This purpose acts as a mental magnet, drawing the attention back to it time and time again, regardless of the distractions that may arise. In the absence of a definite purpose, the mind is like a ship without a rudder. It may move, but it moves aimlessly with no clear destination. Similarly, a person without purpose is like a wanderer lost in a vast desert, searching for something but knowing what. This lack of direction leads to frustration, confusion, and ultimately failure. You must decide with conviction what it is that you truly want to achieve. And once you have made the decision, you must hold on to it with an unwavering focus, regardless of the obstacles that may arise. This sense of purpose must be specific, clear, and written down. The deeper the act of writing down your goal serves as a powerful declaration of intent. It is the first step in cementing your purpose in your subconscious mind, where it will begin to take root and grow. The clearer and more specific your purpose is, the stronger the mental focus you will possess. A goal that is vague or abstract will never command the same level of attention as one that is concrete and well-defined. Having a definite purpose is also essential for maintaining motivation. The path to success is rarely a straight line. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. However, the deeper truth: if you have a clear and compelling purpose, you will find the strength to keep moving forward. The larger your purpose, the greater your inner drive to overcome the obstacles in your path. When you are focused on a goal that excites you, that challenges you to become the best version of yourself, the difficulties along the way seem less daunting. You will approach each challenge not as a roadblock, but as an opportunity to prove your commitment to your purpose. The mind is a powerful tool, capable of achieving extraordinary feats. However, its power can only be harnessed when it is properly directed. The deep truth, the most successful individuals are not necessarily the most talented or the most gifted. Rather, they are the ones who have mastered the art of focus. And focus, at its core, the deeper truth is simply the ability to direct the mind-energy towards a specific purpose with unwavering attention. Without a definite purpose, focus cannot exist. The deeper truth, it is the foundation upon which all other mental faculties are built. Definiteness of purpose also ensures that you remain aligned with your goals, even when the world around you seems to pull you in different directions. In the modern age, distractions are more abundant than ever before. With the constant influx of information through technology, it is easy to become overwhelmed and lose sight of what is truly important. Social media news cycles and the opinions of others can easily pull you away from your path. The deeper truth, but a person with a strong sense of purpose remains steadfast. They know what they want and nothing. Not the opinions of others, not the fleeting desires of the moment, and not the distractions of the world can pull them off course. The power of focus grows exponentially as you continue to cultivate your definiteness of purpose. Every action you take, every decision you make, is in alignment with that goal. Your mind, instead of being pulled in 100 different directions, is now devoted to one singular objective. This singularity of purpose magnifies your efforts and creates momentum. The more focused you are, the more your actions and thoughts align with the goal, and the greater the results will be. Furthermore, definiteness of purpose has a magnetic quality. When you focus with unshakable intent on a specific goal, you begin to attract people, resources, and opportunities that align with that goal. The universe operates in harmony with your thoughts. And when your purpose is clear, it becomes a beacon that draws the right circumstances to you. This is not mere coincidence. It is the natural result of the law of attraction, which is powered by a mind that is clear, focused, and determination. The foundation of focus is definiteness of purpose. Without a clear, burning desire or goal, your mind is like a scattered beam of light, weak and ineffective. But when you establish a definite purpose, one that excites you and challenges you, you provide your mind with a clear target, the deeper truth. This clarity allows you to direct your energy with precision and power, and the result is a focused mind that can achieve extraordinary things. The environment we surround ourselves with plays an incredibly powerful role in shaping our thoughts, behaviors, and ultimately our results. It is not just the physical space that we occupy, but also the people, situations, and circumstances that continually influence our mental and emotional states. The successful individual understands that to maintain control over their focus, they must also maintain control over their environment. In many ways, your environment is an external reflection of your internal world. If your surroundings are disorganized, chaotic, or filled with distractions, it is much more difficult to keep your attention focused on what matters most. By mastering the environment, you create a space where focus can thrive and where distractions are minimized. One of the first steps in mastering your environment is becoming aware of the subtle yet constant influences around you. These influences may come in the form of physical distractions, such as noise, clutter, or interruptions. Or they may come in the form of emotional and mental distractions, such as the influence of others' opinions, the pressure of societal expectations, or the constant bombardment of media and news. Every one of these elements has the potential to derail your concentration and fragment your attention. However, when you become conscious of these influences, you can take steps to limit or eliminate them. Physical distractions, such as clutter or noise, can create an atmosphere that is not conducive to deep thinking or focused work. It is much more difficult to concentrate in a space where things are out of order, where there is a constant flow of interruptions, or where your senses are overwhelmed by external stimuli. To truly master your environment, you must take deliberate action to organize your space, create an atmosphere of peace and quiet, and minimize unnecessary disturbances. This could mean creating a dedicated workspace where you are free from distractions, turning off your phone or other devices that may disrupt your train of thought, or even using noise, canceling headphones to block out unwanted sound. The more controlled your environment, the easier it will be for your mind to stay focused. But the mastery of your environment is not solely about physical elements. It also involves controlling the emotional and mental forces that surround you. For instance, the people with whom you spend your time can have a significant impact on your ability to focus. If you are constantly surrounded by individuals who are negative, disorganized, or unsupportive, their energy can drain your own, making it much harder to stay on track. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with positive, focused, and like-minded individuals, their energy can uplift and motivate you, creating an environment where success becomes inevitable. In fact, your relationships and interactions with others are one of the most important aspects of your environment. The people you engage with on a regular basis will either support your goals and ambitions or pull you further away from them. If you are constantly in the presence of individuals who do not understand your purpose or who distract you from your path, your focus will inevitably suffer. It is essential, therefore, to be intentional about the people you allow into your life. Choose to spend time with those who share your values, who inspire and encourage you, and who help to reinforce your sense of purpose. A supportive social circle can act as a powerful amplifier of your focus, giving you the strength and motivation to stay the course even when challenges arise. Similarly, the media and information you consume daily can shape your mindset and influence your focus. In today's world, we are constantly exposed to an overwhelming amount of information, from social media feeds to news outlets to advertisements. Much of this information is irrelevant or even distracting, yet many people allow it to shape their thoughts and emotions. When you are trying to focus on a specific goal or task, constantly absorbing external information can cause your attention to scatter. To combat this, it is important to be selective about the information you allow into your life. This means curating the sources you rely on, limiting your exposure to distractions like social media, then choosing to consume only that which aligns with your purpose and goals. In addition to physical and emotional elements, time is another critical factor in environmental mastery. How you use your time and where you allocate it speaks volumes about your focus and priorities. Time is one of the few resources that cannot be replenished, and therefore, it must be treated with the utmost care and respect. If you allow your time to be wasted on trivial matters, your focus will dissipate and your goals will remain out of reach. Conversely, when you manage your time with discipline and intention, you create a powerful environment for focus to flourish. This might mean setting specific times for deep work, eliminating unnecessary tasks that do not contribute to your goal, or creating a structured routine that supports your mental clarity and productivity. When you take control of your environment, both internally and externally, you begin to shape the conditions that allow your focus to flourish. By eliminating distractions, surrounding yourself with positive influences, and curating the information and resources you engage with, you create a space where your mind can truly concentrate on what matters most. But even more importantly, by mastering your environment, you become a magnet for success. You attract the people, resources, and opportunities that align with your goals, creating a self-reinforcing cycle where focus becomes easier and more natural over time. It is also important to understand that your environment is not a static thing. It is something that you must actively manage and adjust as circumstances change. The successful individual is not someone who simply sets their environment in place and forgets about it. Rather, they continually monitor and adjust their surroundings to ensure that they remain conducive to their focus and productivity. As new challenges arise or as your goals evolve, your environment must evolve with you. This may mean rethinking your workspace, adjusting your social circle, or refining the way you use your time. The key is to remain flexible and responsive to the changing needs of your focus. The mastery of your environment is not an isolated task. It is part of a larger system of mental and emotional discipline. The more you control your environment, the more your ability to focus strengthens. The more you invest in creating a space where you can direct your attention without distraction, the more your mind becomes aligned with your goals and purpose. And in the end, it is this alignment between your environment and your focus that propels you toward success. The deeper truth is the cornerstone upon which the power of focus is built. Without faith, focus becomes a hollow exercise, devoid of the passion and conviction needed to propel a person forward. The deeper true faith is coupled with focus. It transforms a simple mental discipline into an unstoppable force that can move mountains. The power of focus grows exponentially when it is anchored by a deep, unwavering belief in the outcome. Faith is not merely a passive state of hope, but an active, resolute trust in one's ability to achieve the goal. It is the unshakable belief that, no matter the challenges or setbacks, success is not just possible but inevitable. In life, there are always obstacles, doubts, and moments of uncertainty. The road to any significant achievement is rarely smooth. The deeper truth, and there will inevitably be times when the goal seems distant or the path appears unclear. It is in these moments that faith becomes the bridge between mere effort and accomplishment. The deep truth. Faith is the belief that the efforts you are putting forth today will yield results, even if you cannot immediately see those results. It is this belief that keeps the mind focused, even when external circumstances seem to offer no immediate evidence of success. When you couple focus with faith, your actions are no longer mechanical or perfunctory. Instead, they are infused with purpose and intent. Focus alone can keep you on course, but it is faith that gives you the energy and belief to stay committed, even when the journey becomes difficult. With faith, the deeper truth, you know that the momentary struggles are simply part of the process. You understand that setbacks are not failures but learning experiences. The faith allows you to see beyond the present moment and envision the success that is waiting for you at the end of the road. This vision fuels your focus, making it stronger and more resilient. Faith operates as a mental force that shapes reality. It works in harmony with focus to create a powerful magnetism that attracts the people, opportunities, and circumstances needed to achieve the goal. The faith acts as the invisible thread that binds the mental image of your desired outcome to the physical world. This is where the power of belief becomes tangible. The deeper truth. When you believe deeply and unconditionally in the outcome, your thoughts, actions, and decisions align with that belief, and the universe begins to respond in kind. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach suddenly appear, and people who can help you on your path are drawn to you. This is not a mere coincidence. It is the result of focused belief, the deeper truth, which has the power to shape your external reality. The importance of faith in achieving success can be seen throughout history. Every great accomplishment, every monumental achievement, was preceded by a period of uncertainty, doubt, and struggle. Yet the individuals who succeeded were those who possessed an unwavering faith in their purpose. They refused to be swayed by external conditions, the deeper truth, and they maintained their focus even in the face of adversity. Their faith gave them the strength to push forward when others would have given up. They understood that the journey was not about avoiding obstacles, but about overcoming them with a firm belief that the end result would justify the efforts. The relationship between faith and focus is also evident in the way that the mind operates. The mind is a powerful tool, the deeper truth, but it requires direction and belief to work effectively. Without faith in the goal, the mind will be distracted and unfocused, its energy scattered in 100 different directions. The faith provides the clarity and conviction needed to keep the mind on track. When you believe in your goal, when you are fully committed to its realization, the mind begins to work in harmony with that belief. The deeper truth, it filters out distractions, aligns thoughts and actions with the desired outcome, and creates a clear path forward. Faith is the inner force that directs the mind, the deeper truth, while focus is the external expression of that direction. Faith also plays a critical role in overcoming fear. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles to success. The deeper it has the power to undermine focus and disrupt progress. Fear causes doubt, which in turn weakens faith. However, when faith is strong, it acts as a counterbalance to fear. With faith, you are able to move forward in the face of fear, knowing that the goal is worth the risk. Faith provides the courage to face the unknown, to step out of your comfort zone, and to take actions that others may avoid. The stronger your faith, the less power fear has over you. Focus, when combined with faith, gives you the courage to press on, even when the path ahead is uncertain or fraught with difficulty. Faith also influences the emotional state, which is crucial to maintaining focus. Positive emotions such as hope, optimism, and enthusiasm are fueled by faith. When you believe that your goal is achievable, your emotions are aligned with that belief, and you approach your work with energy and enthusiasm. On the other hand, a lack of faith breeds negative emotions like doubt, frustration, and discouragement, which can cause focus to falter. Faith generates the emotional energy needed to fuel your focus, giving you the stamina to continue working toward your goal, even when the going gets tough. The deeper truth, without this emotional drive, focus becomes a mechanical task devoid of the passion needed to push through difficult times. The practice of faith is not something that is reserved for religious or spiritual beliefs alone. Faith, in the context of focus and achievement, is the belief in your own abilities, the trust in the process. The deeper truth and the certainty that you can and will achieve the goal. It is about building an inner confidence that supports your focused efforts. To develop this faith, the deeper, you must begin by reaffirming your belief in your purpose and your ability to achieve it. This can be done through visualization, affirmations, or even simply by reminding yourself of past successes. The deeper truth, the more you reinforce your belief in your capabilities, the stronger your faith will become. One of the most important aspects of faith is that it must be maintained consistently. Just as focus requires ongoing practice and discipline, faith requires daily nurturing. There will be times when your belief in the outcome may waver, or when external circumstances may cause doubt to creep in. In these moments, it is crucial to return to your faith. Reaffirm your purpose, remind yourself of the reasons why you began, and rekindle the belief that success is not only possible but inevitable. Faith, the deeper truth, when consistently maintained, strengthens your ability to focus and fortifies your commitment to the goal. In essence, faith and focus are inseparable partners in the pursuit of success. The deeper truth. Faith provides the belief and the emotional energy needed to fuel focus, while focus directs the mind and actions toward the achievement of the goal. Together, the deeper truth. They form a powerful force that propels the individual toward the realization of their desires. When you combine the clarity of focus with the power of faith, there is no limit to what you can achieve. The concept of a definite purpose is the most fundamental principle in achieving success. Without a clear and well-defined goal, the power of focus becomes meaningless. Focus, as powerful as it is, requires direction, and that direction is provided by a definite purpose. A definite purpose is not a vague aspiration or a wishful thought, but a specific and unwavering objective that guides all of your efforts, decisions, and actions. It is the why behind everything that you do, the driving force that propels you forward, and the anchor that keeps you grounded, especially when distractions and challenges arise. Without this sense of purpose, your mental energy is scattered, and your efforts are diluted across many different directions. However, when your purpose is clear, your focus becomes laser sharp, and your actions are aligned with that purpose. A definite purpose is the foundation upon which all other success principles are built. It serves as the compass, providing guidance and ensuring that your efforts are always in alignment with your ultimate goal, the deeper truth. When you possess a definite purpose, you are no longer reacting to the whims of the world around you. Instead, you are actively creating your own path. This sense of direction removes ambiguity, the deeper truth, giving you a clear target to aim for. The moment you decide upon a specific, definite purpose, the mind begins to work in harmony with that purpose, the deeper truth. You begin to think in terms of what must be done to achieve that purpose, and every decision you make becomes aligned with that goal. Having a definite purpose also ignites a sense of passion and motivation. The deeper truth. When your goal is clear and when you have a deep, unwavering belief in its importance, you are naturally driven to take action. This motivation stems from the fact that a definite purpose creates a sense of urgency and importance. It gives you something to strive for, something that excites you and pulls you forward, even when the going gets tough. This passion fuels your focus and gives you the emotional energy needed to overcome obstacles and stay on track. When you know why you are working towards something, the effort becomes easier, and the distractions that may have once deterred you no longer hold the same power. A key aspect of having a definite purpose is the clarity it brings. Many people struggle with a lack of focus because they do not have a clearly defined goal. They may have vague dreams or ambitions, but they lack the specificity needed to take actionable steps. A definite purpose is not simply a wish for success or happiness. It is a concrete, measurable goal that defines what success looks like. This clarity helps you prioritize your time and resources effectively, as you no longer waste energy on things that do not contribute to the achievement of your purpose. It allows you to say no to distractions, temptations, and irrelevant opportunities, ensuring that every effort is channeled toward the realization of your goal. This clarity extends to decision-making as well. When you have a definite purpose, the decisions you make become more straightforward. You no longer have to second-guess yourself or weigh multiple options, because the purpose serves as a guiding principle. Every decision, big or small, is evaluated in terms of whether it brings you closer to your goal. You proceed. If it does not, you reject it. This creates an extraordinary level of efficiency in your life, as every choice is made with the singular aim of advancing toward your purpose. A definite purpose also has the power to attract resources and opportunities into your life. When you are committed to a specific goal, the universe begins to respond in ways that may seem almost magical. Opportunities begin to present themselves. People appear who can help you, and circumstances align in your favor. This phenomenon, often referred to as the law of attraction, is rooted in the idea that a focused mind, committed to a definite purpose, sends out a powerful signal that draws like-minded individuals, opportunities, the deeper truth, and resources toward it. The more specific and definite your purpose, the clearer the signal you send, and the more readily opportunities present themselves. However, the deeper truth, having a definite purpose, also requires a great deal of commitment. It is not enough to merely state your goal and expect everything to fall into place. The deeper truth. Your purpose must be a constant source of motivation and a lens through which you view all of your actions. It must be something you are willing to fight for, even when faced with adversity. The deeper truth. The pursuit of a definite purpose is not always easy. There will be times when the goal seems far out of reach, when obstacles appear insurmountable, and when self-doubt creeps in. It is in these moments that your commitment to your purpose is tested. The strength of your focus will be directly tied to how deeply you believe in your purpose and how committed you are to seeing it through. Furthermore, a definite purpose provides a sense of direction and meaning. It helps to eliminate aimlessness and procrastination. Many people struggle with getting started or staying productive because they lack a clear sense of purpose. Without a specific goal in mind, it is easy to get sidetracked by insignificant tasks or distractions. The deeper truth. A definite purpose, however, removes this uncertainty and ensures that every moment spent working on your goal is intentional and meaningful. The deeper truth. It gives you a clear reason to wake up each day and a driving force that compels you to take action. With a clear sense of purpose, the deeper truth, you are no longer waiting for motivation to strike. You are actively creating it by focusing on the task at hand. Another powerful aspect of a definite purpose is the way it keeps you focused during challenging times. When you encounter setbacks, the temptation to abandon your efforts can be strong. It is easy to become discouraged when things are not going according to plan. However, with a definite purpose, your focus remains strong even in the face of adversity. The goal is always in sight. The deeper truth, and no obstacle is too great to deter you from your path. A strong sense of purpose provides the mental fortitude needed to persevere through difficulties, to push through moments of doubt. The deeper to remain steadfast in your pursuit of success. It acts as a constant reminder that the temporary challenges you face are just stepping stones to the greater goal that awaits you. Deeper truth. The process of defining and committing to a definite purpose is not something that happens overnight. It requires introspection, clarity, and an unwavering belief in the value of the goal. The deeper truth. It is a dynamic process that involves continual refinement and adjustment as you progress along the path. As your purpose evolves, so too will your focus, and the alignment between your actions and your desired outcome will grow stronger. In essence, the power of focus is only truly realized when it is channeled into a definite purpose. Without a clear goal, focus becomes aimless and ineffective. But with a definite purpose, focus becomes a laser-like force that propels you forward, driving you toward your desired outcome. A definite purpose provides direction, passion, the clarity, and resilience, ensuring that every effort is aligned with your ultimate goal. It transforms focus from a passive activity into a powerful, dynamic force that shapes your reality and brings your dreams to life. In the pursuit of success, the power of focus is undeniable. It is the force that drives individuals to consistently take action, overcome obstacles, and stay on track toward their goals. However, focus alone is not enough. For focus to be truly effective, it must be guided by a definite purpose, an unwavering belief in the outcome. Without a clear, specific goal, the mind becomes scattered and efforts lack direction. But when combined with faith, a sense of purpose, and an environment that supports your aspirations, focus transforms from a simple mental exercise into a powerful tool for achievement. The mastery of focus is a continuous journey, requiring constant attention, discipline, and adaptation. By cultivating faith, the deeper truth, controlling your environment, and remaining committed to your purpose, you unlock the full potential of focus, propelling yourself toward success and fulfillment. The deeper truth. The ability to focus with purpose and conviction is the key to turning dreams into reality.